Warning: Corpse Party contains animated, disturbing imagery, which may be featured in this review. If you are sensitive to that sort of thing, this game may not be for you. Be advised. Welcome back to the Game Collection. I am SuperDerek. I don't normally do horror, but 'tis the season, and when in Rome, and all of that, so I put out a message to my subscribers, asking for suggestions about what I might want to review this year. And I heard back a lot of really good suggestions, but there was one that I just couldn't ignore. So, without further ado, I am SuperDerek, and this is Corpse Party. Corpse Party is an unconventional game, a survival horror adventure game developed by Team Grease. It was published by Kennecksoft in 1996 for the PC 98. In 2011, an extended and enhanced remake of the game was released internationally for the PlayStation Portable. In Corpse Party, a group of friends and their teacher are having one last get-together to see off a friend who is transferring to another school. At the end of the party, paranormal enthusiast Ayumi explains a friendship charm that she read on the internet and gets everybody to participate. That's when things go all to hell. Somehow, something went so horribly awry that the 9 participants get sucked into another dimension, a closed space where spirits of murdered children live on in agony, driven mad by the emanating evil sealed within Heavenly Host Elementary School. The only way out is to solve the mystery of Heavenly Host while avoiding the dozens of agonizing fates that await you. The story of Corpse Party is a tapestry of pain and suffering. The more you know about the plot, the darker it gets. It's like a rabbit hole that leads to hell. The main plot of getting transported into a haunted elementary school because of a failed charm is admittedly kind of cliche. Kids who don't know any better, dabbling in the realm of black magic only to suffer the wrath of the spirits they've offended, is the kind of urban legend passed on from generation to generation as far back as the first campfire ghost story. But it is an effective tool to quickly throw us into a well-crafted world featuring some truly creepy ghosts with grisly backstories that will make you squirm. And it's in that world and its inhabitants that the real meat of the story is fleshed out. Generally, I don't really like horror. I don't know really why I did this to myself. It's Halloween, I guess, and candy conditioned me to think I like being scared. Obviously, horror is one of those things that tickles some people out there. Clearly, I just never got into it. But between you and me, this game was actually pretty fun to play, despite the majority of the gameplay just consisting of wandering around a decrepit school full of dead bodies of those who came before you, unearthing the morbid details behind the events that brought everything into being. This game is twisted, and it's repulsive and vile. It offended my sensibilities, and all I can really say is that I kind of get it now. The thrill of not knowing what's going to happen next, not having that safety net called plot armor keeping the sweetest and most innocent characters safely out of harm's way. The thrill of the unknown. Corpse Party is an adventure game, which is to say that there's no combat to speak of. If you encounter a ghost, you can't fight it, you just run for dear life. There are puzzles to solve, places to explore, death traps to avoid. It can be a highly stressful game to play, but there's no battle system, no equipment, and no loot really. And in a way, it's kind of refreshing. The game plays like an RPG with no battles or leveling. All you're left with are puzzles and tons of scripted events and lots of plot. The result is the plot of a 30-hour 16-bit RPG condensed into a 10 to 15-hour experience. Visually, the game looks like a widescreen SNES RPG with very little in the way of visual effects. It's completely unremarkable. That's not to say that the world was poorly designed. Far from it, but these bells and whistles wouldn't have impressed many even back in 1996. I actually found it rather interesting to see what they could accomplish with so little. The game does feature cutscenes in a way. They take the form of scripted animations of sprites and several still images of well-drawn, detailed illustrations of the events taking place. These illustrations are just enough to give you more than you wanted to see, but less than you wanted to know at the same time. They're hints at the terrible scenes that are unfolding. Even now, I'm not so sure of how much of what I remember was explicitly drawn or just pieced together by my mind using the fragments shown to me. To reiterate, the graphics aren't much, but they are effective. And perhaps what helps pull these graphics together so well into a horrific scene is the fact that these scenes are sewn together neatly by stellar audio effects and voice acting. Almost all of the dialogue in Corpse Party is voice acted in Japanese and subtitled in English when necessary. During my playthrough, parts of the game felt like I was listening to a radio drama with high production values, and I was completely absorbed despite having to read along. Listening with headphones really enhanced the 3D stereo effects, which cranked the experience up another notch. Besides just the voice acting and sound effects though, the music of the game was really good and filled the game with a sense of urgency and menace. Corpse Party has received a couple of sequels, Book of Shadows in 2013 and Blood Drive just earlier this month, October of 2015. Corpse Party has never received a physical release, so technically, this doesn't even exist. But then, neither do Ghosts, and look where we are now. Interestingly, the Corpse Party franchise has been undergoing a bit of a revival lately. Besides just the re-releases, sequels, and ports it's been receiving, the franchise has also been getting manga and anime adaptations, audio dramas, and even recently a live-action movie. My experience with this game has piqued my interest, and you can bet that I'll be looking into those in the future. Corpse Party is the perfect way to get into that Halloween spirit, and for $10 I think it was well worth the price. It's perfect for players who are looking to add a little something different into their collection. And while it may not be everybody's cup of tea, the game proved to be an exciting and memorable experience, and that's why it's got a spot in the game collection.
Hey everybody, I just wanted to let everybody know real quick that on November 1st I'm going to be doing a live commentary of my first 4 episodes of the game collection, and if you would like to join us, you can do so by becoming a patron of mine over on patreon.com, just like Alistair, The Secret Asian Van, and Chew Toy. Those guys are all really awesome, and I wanted to thank them for becoming patrons.